Today I'm here to talk to you about anti-immigration. On to the next page. That was the title page. So, value-added perspective. The structural conduciveness existing in the society was that illegals were taking many people's jobs, making them all aggravated to act out about the situation that they were in. See, now you would be quite upset if an illegal came into your territory and ended up taking the job that you were applying for. Would you not be mad? You had all the credentials, right? But they simply chose the illegal because they could pay them a lower amount of salary. Now, would you look at that? That's pretty bad. Bad, I would say so myself. Okay, anyways. The structural strain, the perceived conflict, was that illegals were coming into the United States and taking jobs that could be used for legal citizens, which I just touched upon a little bit ago. Sorry, this tie's a little tight. Had to get a little professional for this job. Anyways, the generalized belief is that all Mexicans and Hispanics are illegal immigrants. This causes many people to look down on Mexicans. With large groups of people, many conform to also hate on these different groups of people. People aren't people persons, are they? No, they aren't. That made no sense, but it doesn't have to, because it's sociology. What started this new rise of prejudice, backlash, is by demographic changes, resulting largely from an influx of Latino immigrants. There have been projections that whites, Caucasians, will make up less than half the U.S. population by 2042. Let's see, how old would I be? You carry the two, and how old would, and then, I'd be old. I would be really, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow, this is my senior year, I don't want to grow up. Something that was put together to make change to the problem was the Arizona SB 1070. Now, this is a legislative act brought upon by the state of Arizona that at the time of passage was the broadest and strictest anti-illegal immigration measure in recent U.S. history. It's received national attention and has spurred controversy internationally. That's around the world. Arizona made a big impact. Yeah, would you look at that, Arizona? You don't only have iced tea, but you've got big bills, too. This law states that all aliens over the age of 14, who remain in the United States for longer than 30 days to register with the United States government and to have registration documents in their possession at all times. Violation of this requirement is a federal misdemeanor crime. Wow. The manner in which social control is exercised is by making signs and protesting to get rid of many of these illegal immigrants. It doesn't necessarily interrupt any collective action, because by doing these things, they're spreading awareness of the situation. The forms of collective behavior that were exhibited were the social movement has many large crowds protesting against these illegal immigrants. Some of the fads and fashions that went along with this are during these protests they would wear red, white, and blue clothing. They would wear many things that show American pride. I'm a big bad American. You can't come in my territory because, yeah, I'm American. You can't touch us. We have big bombs. We nuke people. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Some panics and crazes that happened was when the Arizona SB 1070 came out that it encouraged racial profiling. Many rumors started that all Mexicans and Hispanics are in the United States illegally. Thus much turmoil arose because of racial profiling. Many citizens' opinions agreed upon the subject that the laws of anti-immigration should be stricter, but racial profiling should not take place. History of the movement. Anti-immigrant hate groups are the most extreme of the hundreds of nativist and vigilante groups that have multiplied since the late 1990s, when anti-immigration prejudice began to raise to levels not seen in the United States since the 1920s. Lots of turmoil had risen. Back in the early 1900s, the problem scene was the North European immigrants.
Dang it, Patty, I'm sick of you Northern European people taking over, and while us hard-working Americans are doing our job and you're just sitting around at home getting drunk.
Yes, you hear that, eh? I've been doing my job just fine, with the drink without the drink. It's...
Recently in close years, such as the 1990s and on, turmoil has risen due to the large number of illegal Mexicans pouring into the country. The reason why this movement was formed was to keep illegals out of the country and to keep jobs for the American citizens.
What is this?
Whoa! Where do you think you're going? Huh? You're not allowed in America. Border Patrol dog!
I mow your lawn for 5 cents a day.
Well, all right then. Come on in. That's okay. We can bail. We got one.
Thank you very much.
The scope of the social movement is there have been many cases where there were violent outbreaks and hate crimes on many people who had citizenship, but because of the way they looked were perceived as illegal immigrants. On the other hand, there have been peaceful from the heart meetings where no violence is taking place, and they're trying to state their view on the matter. Type of change sought. The type of change sought was to completely get rid of illegal immigrants and to bring jobs back to the citizens of the United States of America. America! Fouquier. Targets. They are trying to change the number of illegal immigrants within the U.S. They are targeting the illegal immigrants, and their goal is, to get rid of them. Methodology. The methodology used to bring about the change is lots of public meetings and protests. There have been many cases where laws have been initiated and are in the process of trying to become a law. The supporters. The supporters of this movement are of a wide variety. Most of the supporters are Republican, but many Democrats agree on the issue being one that needs to be taken care of. Resource mobilization approach is the best that explains the movement. They use media and political influence to spread word of troubles of the amount of illegal immigrants in the U.S. Money is a huge part because it underlies the facts that many illegals are taking jobs from U.S. citizens. Accomplish goals and what's next. The movement has accomplished their goals by getting bills passed in many states, including Arizona, where many of the bills have started. What is next for the movement is to make it harder for illegal immigrants to stay in the U.S. and to eventually have to leave by deportation. Get out. The goal is to leave all American jobs to the citizens of our lovely country. Love. Perspectives. The conflict theory view this social movement will create much racial profiling. Those who may already be citizens but look different may be considered an illegal when they are in fact not. The symbolic interactionists view why many people conform to hating on those who look like they could have an ethnic background and associate them with being illegals. They will look upon what makes them act against those people. Lastly, the structural functionalists would view this movement's norms, like why an innocent child dislikes Mexicans. It would be most likely because his parents have a strong dislike for them too, because of their ethnic. Here I have some nice, wonderful photos for y'all. Seal the borders. Stop the invasion. Save our country. Save it, please. Entering the USA illegally is illegal. Really? I didn't know that was illegal because, entering it illegally would make it seem like, it might be illegal. There's that picture right there. She looks like a very smart lady because illegally, well, of course it's going to be illegal. Yeah, you God, I don't even know what to say about you. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. I hope you liked it. And I'm probably just going to go change. I'm going to get this tie off because it's choking me and I can't breathe. And I'm probably going to suffocate myself in a few seconds if I don't get it up. Well, good night. I'm getting in my PJs. It's gonna be